abominable. Listening to Peter Obi. I can't get tired listening to this man. Just listening to his speech to young Nigerians, young youths. You'll be pleased that you did.
To me now, Peter Obi doesn't spend money. But I can tell you, I'm supporting a school of nursing and on soccer where there's no such thing with over 150 million naira. I gave them just about 70 million in the past 2 weeks. For me, that's what money is meant for.
That's right.
Money is not meant for Peter Obi to go and take title and change his name that God gave him. My name is Peter Obi. If you call me Okute, that is your own business. But I'm not going to give you money for it. If you want, that's it. And again, so there's no time to stop making money.
That's right.
But there's a time to start using it to help other people who are there. If you go to a place they call Balogu, in trade fair, they will show you that Peter Obi built 100 stores, but I don't own one. I gave each of them to one young man. As at the time I built it, it was 250,000 naira. Today, you can't buy that shop for 50 million. But those people I gave it to are ready to do this because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for.
That's right.
So for me, you don't stop. The second person asked a question. He said, let me go to that one who said, what do we do today?
Bringing it in this time.
This time that it looks difficult. Quite frankly, it looks difficult, but there's opportunities. People say to me, how are we going to change Nigeria? Every day people say, Peter, what are you going to do this? Even this dollar I'm telling you now, how are we going to change the rates? How are we going to do?
Yes.
There's opportunities in Nigeria today. That opportunities are in so many areas, starting from, it just, again, it requires patience, it requires sacrifice. Today, the highest inflationary item or cost of inflation in Nigeria is what? Food.
Every day.
Agriculture.
Yes.
So there's opportunity there. Today we have a situation where, again, because government is not organized, we're not doing enough exports. I just said it 2 days ago, everywhere. If you go to, I spent a week in Bangladesh, it will shock you. People who own small tailoring industry, they've put in place where if you hear that they are doing garment export from Bangladesh of $50 billion,
That's right.
which is about our Nigerian entire export, they are doing it for just clothing. It is individuals that are doing it. If you hear that they are doing manufacturing in China and everything, I tell you what, one of the businesses I do as a trader, when I started importing it in Nigeria, it was manufactured by husband and wife. Only husband and wife in Singapore. I went to see a big man in his office. And he gave me tea to drink, a particular tea. And I drank it. And as I was leaving, which is what I used to do when I was trading, I said, can I get the packet of this tea? He said, take it. 6 months after, I came back to him and said, I came to give you this tea. 2 cartons, because you helped me. I'm now the official representative of this tea in Nigeria. And that's how. So there's opportunities, but it requires a long time. It requires sacrifice.
That's right.
And it's something you must do, knowing fully well, listen, you're not going to be doing it and doing chieftaincy title. You're not going to be doing it and be doing this or doing that and everything. As young people, you must do a lot of sacrifice. Don't think that this thing I'm doing today, people see that and say, oh, Peter Obi changed. I changed, yes. But I can tell you, go and ask people when I was in Nsukka, I was a businessman, and I was doing a little bit of clothing. If I sell clothes to you, if you don't pay, don't come to party with it, too, because there will be a problem. Maybe you have to remove it from that party. So I was diligent about it. I was careful. I was managing my pennies. I wasn't going to do parties. I wasn't going to do this. If nobody was going to drag me, so you can. There's opportunities.
That's right.
You can start today. It's going to be tough. Banks are not lending today. These are some of the things we want to change. We need this thing, but the biggest problem SMEs have here, I can tell you, is there's no fiscal support from government. In the UK, where I would say I made money, banks were able to give me money without anything. Somebody said, what am I going to do to a 26-year-old? 27. Well, my son, I have a son, he's 29. And I'm sure, when I tell, because he lives in different parts of the world, he was born in the UK and he lives in the UK. And I tell people, since my son left university, I have never given him 1 naira.
There you go.
And he doesn't want 1 naira from me. Because he has a job. He has a physical support for what he does. And he lives it. And we have that relationship. But again, like I keep saying, people have never seen me when I was governor. It was in university or anything. They can't see them. I can tell you a story. People were shocked. One of the days he came to Nsukka and he was in Keke. And somebody wanted to tell me why. And I said, that's what he wants to do. But if you look at me going to where we have, I was in Haiti when they had earthquake. I've been to Afghanistan. All the countries I went where there's problem, he went with me. And I tell him, I'm the governor. You're not. You're just son of the governor. You're not the governor. Even if I have anything, you can only inherit it when I die. Because I didn't inherit anybody's own. So you have to struggle for your own. I'm sure I will die before you. Then you can inherit it. But not while I'm alive. So you can. A 26-year-old start your life. Unfortunately, I must say it's difficult here.
Word.
The system is against your progress. That has to change.
Yeah.
Somebody said, sparing my time to be here. Being here is more important than any other thing I have today.
Good shit.
Because I don't know that you read my tweet a few days ago. I did a tweet a few days ago. I said 6,355 Nigerians are worth over $5 million. They are holding assets. They are richer than 107 million Nigerians put together. It cannot continue.
So that.
We must dismantle the criminality and bring it so they can have opportunity. I went to bank in the UK. They didn't ask me for any guarantee. They didn't ask me for anything to guarantee my loan. All they asked me, my certificates, schools I went to, what do I want to do? When I finish, they approved the loan for me based on what they call intellectual capital. And this. Here, you have to bring your mother's land, your father's assets, it cannot continue.
Thank you. I'll call you Mr. Obi. I'm bold. So,
Mr.
see,
Obi.
what I hear him say is you can't have soft life. Please note that. If you make small money, save, 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 and be savage in dealing with customers. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's the street word. We have
Very,
to be
very savage. Very, very careful. Know who you sell to. Save your money. Don't allow you, don't. I say it every day. I have allergy for money being spent unnecessarily. The things I can tell you, but I don't want you to do because it will be difficult for you. But I can tell you as a young man, I did all of that. Nobody today came to my wine carrying. But I live with my wife, and two of us are very close. But I didn't see the reason why people should come and be drinking when we need the money to do something else. So I said, listen, it's either what you know is that me and you will live for the rest of my life.
That's right.
I'm not going to sack you. But we're not going to call people to come. And then when I go, I become annoyed because I'll be annoyed with the money I spent on you. So it's better we save our money and have peace. So these are things I tell people. And you won't believe it, I sell drinks. And I tell people that. Or people say, oh, hey, I've lost my mother or father, you're giving me a befitting burial. If your father wants the befitting, they should keep money for the befitting burial. It's not to carry your life and go and do befitting burial. No. Abroad.